Water levels at Lake Mead rising right now instead of continuing to drop as projected. The lake was supposed to be down to 1,043 feet in March. Instead, it's almost 3 feet above the projected level. We'll take that.
In a stunning reversal of fortune, the largest reservoir in the United States, Lake Mead, has undergone a dramatic shift. The lake, once on the brink of deadpool status, has started rising. Lake Mead reached alarming lows in 2022 and sent shockwaves throughout the nation. The lake was a mere shadow of its former self, standing at a feeble 1,042 feet, a stark contrast to its full capacity of over 1,229 feet. However, over half a year later, hope has emerged on the horizon. Water levels have risen to approximately 1,058 feet, breathing life back into the parched reservoir. The transformation is nothing short of remarkable, but it raises crucial questions. How did this revival occur? More importantly, what lies ahead for Lake Mead? Join us as we dive into the fascinating journey of Lake Mead's revival and explore the measures in place to secure its future. The answers may surprise you. But first, what makes Lake Mead so crucial for the region? Lake Mead is an engineering marvel. It is a vast reservoir located on the Colorado River between Arizona and Nevada. It was created as a result of the Hoover Dam's construction in 1936 and can hold over 26 million acre-feet of water. With a surface elevation of 1,229 feet above sea level, Lake Mead is the largest reservoir in the United States by volume and is second only to Lake Powell in terms of surface area. At maximum capacity, it stretches 112 miles and reaches a depth of 532 feet. The main purpose of Lake Mead is to store and provide water to the states of Arizona, California, and Nevada, along with various parts of Mexico. Additionally, the reservoir supports agriculture, provides hydroelectric power, and aids in flood control for the region. As a result, nearly 40 million people depend on this water source. However, this dependence comes with its challenges. The lake has been facing significant decreases in water levels over the past few years. The two main reasons for the receding water levels are climate change and a drought that has lasted for 20 years. Droughts have led to increased water demand, which has put a strain on the reservoir. Rapid population growth, agricultural needs, and urban development have contributed to the heightened demand. Consequently, the decreasing supply from the Colorado River has led to declining water levels in recent years. The last time the reservoir approached full capacity was in the summer of 1983. The situation only got worse from there on. With each passing year, the reservoir's water level sank to unprecedented lows. As the water level decreased, some long-buried secrets started to emerge. At least 3 sets of human corpses, including one found inside a barrel, were discovered. The corpses were revealed as part of a gang-related activity. And that's not all. A sunken boat from World War II was also discovered from the depths of the drought-stricken reservoir. By 2016, Lake Mead hit a record-breaking low of 9.328 million acre-feet. In June 2021, it dropped even further, hitting a historic low of just 23.6% full, a meager 7.517 million acre-feet. In the face of the crisis, authorities took drastic measures to combat the water shortage. In 2020, the Southern Nevada Water Authority introduced low-level pumps to salvage what remained. The situation escalated nonetheless. Soon, recreational opportunities began vanishing as passageways closed down, and those who still had access were restricted to shallow vessels. By 2022, the reservoir came close to a critical state known as the dead pool, with the water level approaching 895 feet. It was predicted that if the lake dropped below 895 feet, it would reach deadpool status, unable to provide water or hydroelectric power to millions across Arizona, California, Nevada, and parts of Mexico. But something miraculous happened in 2023. Against all odds, the water levels surged to an incredible 177% of their average. It was as if the lake was fighting back, defying all predictions. But how did it happen? The rescue came in the form of an exceptionally cold winter. Rain and snowfall in California and Nevada caused the water to flow downstream into Lake Mead. As spring emerged, the melting snow flooded the lake with an unexpected surge of water. It was a sight unseen since 1983, when the lake overflowed and emergency spillways were utilized. The influx of water has significantly raised the levels, but unfortunately, the impact has been minimal. Lake Mead is still 160 feet away from being full, while Lake Powell is about 120 feet away. Authorities predict that Lake Powell will end 2023 at 3,573 feet above sea level, showcasing improvement compared to past years. On the other hand, Lake Mead is expected to end this year about 1,068 feet, a promising development, further reducing the risk of reaching the dreaded deadpool status. The recent rise in statistics have offered some relief from the water shortage situation in the region, but it doesn't necessarily mean the end of the drought. Experts believe rising water levels may not solve the water crisis permanently. It would take a decade of consistent improvement to undo the damage caused by several years of drought, including replenishing groundwater. The future of Lake Mead remains uncertain. The only way for Lake Mead to truly recover is if the states in the Colorado River Basin take effective steps to reduce their water usage. One such measure was taken by 3 important states, California, Arizona, and Nevada, as they formed a deal to curtail their Colorado River water usage. The objective is to reduce water consumption by at least 3 million acre-feet over the next 4 years. The tentative amount would be around 10% of the state's normal water allocation, in addition to previously agreed-to cuts negotiated in 2019 and 2007. This agreement would leave millions of gallons of water in the Colorado River's Lake Mead, water that would have otherwise been used to irrigate fields or generate hydropower. The deal includes compensation from federal funds amounting to at least $1 billion, which will aid farmers, tribes, and cities in their conservation efforts. The 100-year-old water compact that governs the 7 states sharing the Colorado River's water is set to expire in 2026. New rules for effective water management will be required, but reaching an agreement among the states has been challenging. As a proposed solution, authorities are considering decommissioning the Glen Canyon Dam of Lake Powell. Given the shortages on the river and the belief that climate change will make them even worse, some people argue that it is time to decommission the dam. The idea is to combine the Lake Mead and Lake Powell reservoirs into one. The proposition makes sense as both lakes depend on the same dwindling water source, but are each less than half full. The gates of Glen Canyon Dam would be opened, and the water would flow through the Grand Canyon and be recaptured behind the Hoover Dam in Lake Mead. In that way, the surface area of Lake Powell would be substantially reduced, and the evaporating water from there would be saved. Also important is the fact that the ground in Lake Mead is watertight, unlike Lake Powell's. As a result, 179 billion gallons of water are expected to be saved every year. 179 billion. The amount is more than enough to supply the population of Los Angeles. Not everyone is in agreement, however. Some believe it is unnecessary and that alternative methods such as solar and wind energy should be explored. The future remains uncertain, and decisions regarding water management and renewable energy will shape the region's water resources and environmental conservation efforts. So, what's next? According to recent federal data, by February 2024, the water level of Lake Mead is expected to reach 1,070 feet. But would that be enough? Certainly not. The extra water will be a drop in the bucket for a reservoir that has dramatically declined in the past 2 decades. The drought deficit is so large that the West would need 4 or 5 more years of massive snowmelt to really fill up Powell and Mead. However, all hope is not lost. The water conservation plans and efforts put in place by the 7 states surrounding the lake offer a glimpse of optimism. The historic deal made by California, Arizona, and Nevada to cut back on their Colorado River water usage is also a significant step toward a better future. Moreover, Lake Mead is not alone in facing the impact of the ongoing drought. The Great Salt Lake in Utah has also experienced record low water levels, sinking to 4,188 feet in November 2022. One thing is clear, all over the world, water reservoirs are shrinking fast. Therefore, collaboration among stakeholders, communities, and governments is crucial, and it is crucial to take steps. By taking proactive measures to conserve water and prioritize sustainable practices, we can strive for a brighter future for Lake Mead and the millions of people who depend on it. And that's all for today. What are your thoughts about the ongoing situation? Is there still hope for Lake Mead and similar drying water bodies? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you for watching.